Hi there, welcome back to the series. In this video, we're going to add the functionality to make it possible that you can add people to a business, change them from one business to another, and actually remove them from a business. So set the company or business ID to null again. So let's dive into it. Alright, so now we have the business bound to a person and vice versa, but I want to adjust this myself using my GUI that I created here. So I want to add a field in here to select a business and change a business on the edit route as well. So first of all, we're going to adjust here our create blade.php, and in here I want another span. Also of a class, let's say the same thing, span 3. All right, like that. And in here we're going to add our select. So I'm quickly going to copy the label, and this will be for the business. Whoops. Like that. And this will be for business. Like that. Okay, so let's add here select, and that select will have a name of business ID because that's how it's stored in our database. And I'm also going to add the ID of business ID. Then I'm also going to add the class, like just to make it like every other field in our table, in our form here. So a block and with full. Okay, in this select field here, I want a for each of all the businesses available for us. So let's save that and head over to the controller. So HTTP controllers person controller. And in here, for the create, I want to add with businesses, and businesses. For that, I want business all. So for now, I'm just going to grab them all. And in order to do that, I need to import it here at the top as well. So use app models business. All right, so that will be available for us. And this is actually 2 columns available for us in our view now. So in here, I'll be able to add a for each like that of businesses as a business like that. And let's quickly check that. If I echo out business name like that, this is actually empty because I'm doing this in the select and that's not in an option, so it won't show. Let's put it here, and like that I have every business available for us printed out here. All right, so let's actually put this in an option. So option like that. Put this in here. And for the value, I want this to be the business ID, right? So business ID like that. And I also want to add an add selected. And this add selected is whenever the business ID is equal to the old business ID. Just as before, to make it the form persistent enough. All right, but I also want a case whenever a person isn't tied to a business. So I want to add another option here, like that. And I'm going to leave the value blank. And for default, I'm going to go for selected here because that will be the default for us. And in here, I want to add no business like that. So if I refresh this here, I have no business, and then I have a select of all the businesses available. So let's actually add Jane Doe here now. So jane.doe at example.org. and like that. And I want her to work for Theo Okuniva. All right, let's save that. Well, that won't work, right? Because, well, I saved Jane Doe here. That won't work because I didn't add the functionality to store this already. So I was a bit too quick here. So let's do that. In the person controller, I want to expand this here for person to also have a business ID. A business ID that will be set equal to whatever in the form for the business ID. We won't have this in our validation because it's an optional field. So let's save that again. Add another person. Well, let's actually add myself here, like that. Example.org, a random number, and then a business. Hit save. And in here I have added myself with a company. All right, cool. So I have made a mistake before with Jane Doe. I forgot to, I was too quick, right? So I want to edit her and adjust the company that she works for. When I click edit, well, I don't have the functionality yet. So let's create that as well. So for starters, I'm going to copy the definition of people, actually person business ID equals to the input of the business ID. And I'm also going to put this in the update function. So there we go, save that. And in the create, well, we are going to copy our select here. I'm going to make this a bit prettier here, like that. And copy this, there we go. And open edit blade and also put it in here. So business, no business. Well, we're going to remove that. And we're going to add the selected here as well, add selected. So whenever the business ID is equal to the business ID of the old variable, or whatever is in the database, right? So person, business ID. All right, so whenever the old version, so whenever the form fails and the old version is redirected back here, whenever this is equal to the business ID of, well, actually nothing, because it is nothing in this case, like that. Then we're going to make this one selected, or when the previous business ID is set to nothing, then this one will also be selected. The same thing for the others here. So person, business ID. Whenever the old version or what's in the database is equal to the business ID that's in this for each instance, this one will be marked as the selected one. So let's try this out. Businesses, all right, we have an error here. That's because we didn't add the businesses to our where statement here. We can, our with statement. We can do this in multiple ways. We can add a with again, like this, or we can make an array of this. And I'm kind of, fond of making an array of this because it's a bit cleaner, right? Like that. And let's do it like that. Businesses, and this one is also equal to business all. All right, refresh here. There we go. So for Jane Doe, I have no businesses. So let's select one, save that. There we go. And now she's working for Theo Okuniva. And let's edit me here and put me to no business, save, and my business relation is gone. All right, cool. So that's how you can easily create relationships while creating a person or adjusting those relationships along the way. But we still have a little issue here. When we go down here in our query tab in the debug bar, let me just make this a bit bigger here. You can see that I have multiple queries that are actually the same. And we're going to fix that in the next video, together with making a quick CRUD for the businesses. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.